Arabia, the United Arab Emirates. A place where desert and culture blend to create scenes of spectacular beauty. A place where, but for one living thing, life would be impossible. Where one tree alone has enabled people and animals to thrive against all odds for thousands of years. Where one tree is more closely intertwined with human culture than anywhere else in the world. Camel riders on the edge of the Rub al Khali Desert, otherwise known as the Empty Quarter. Visitors to the camp are received with traditional Bedouin hospitality, with coffee, and the best gift to revive the weary traveler, dates. One of the sweetest and most nutritious of all fruits. They quickly replenish the body's reserves. 200 kilometers away, and it's the morning rush hour in downtown Abu Dhabi. But in this part of the world, wherever people live, one particular tree is never far away. And this is it. To scientists, it is known as phoenix, after its ability to rise from the burning heat of the desert. In Arabic, it is called nakhla. In English, it is the date palm. It grows as tall as 30 meters and can live for over 100 years. Even for people today, it is the tree of life. With its delicate growing point buried deep within the fronds, and a tough trunk that carries water to the leaves, where evaporation keeps the tree cool, it is one of the few plants capable of withstanding summer temperatures in excess of 50 degrees Celsius. Below ground, the date palm is unrivaled in its ability to seek out hidden layers of fresh water that lie beneath the burning sand. As a tree probes deep into the sand, it sends out different types of roots, an adaptation that enables the palm to extract every ounce of moisture it finds. And the reason for this extraordinary talent is clear. For up to 70 million years, the date palm has survived in the world's driest and harshest places, the unforgiving mountains, valleys, and deserts of the Middle East. Wherever pockets of water exist, date palms will find them and flourish. "7,000 years ago, long-forgotten people were eating wild dates and leaving behind charred seeds as evidence. In more recent times, channels were made to catch the sweet syrup as it oozed from piles of fresh dates. For at least 4,000 years, people throughout the Arabian Peninsula have built the fabric of their societies around the date palm. Without this tree, there was no shade to grow more delicate crops, no building materials, no food, little chance of survival. Almost every detail of village life was provided by this one tree. The date palm is a tree that the Quran teaches Muslims to hold very dear to their hearts.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الذي أنزل من السماء ماء لكم منه شراب ومنه شجر فيه تسيمون ينبت لكم به الزرع والزيتون والنخيل والأعناب ومن كل الثمرات إن في ذلك لآية لقوم يتفكرون صدق الله العظيم.
History continues. Stone tablets inscribed over 4,000 years ago show farmers doing precisely what this farmer is doing now. The month is February. It's the beginning of the date season and time to harvest the ripe pollen from the male trees. A female tree, and climbing it, a date palm matchmaker. 10 meters above the ground, the farmer is delivering the ripe pollen to the female flowers. A single male date palm can produce enough pollen for 50 female trees. Using fibers stripped from nearby fronds, the male and female flowers are bound close together. It's time for the magic to begin. As the tiny newborn dates grow, it's the ideal time to tidy up the dead fronds, but nothing is wasted. Stripped of their side leaves, soaked in water to make them flexible, and they open up a whole new world of possibilities. This is Al Fujairah, an emirate that occupies a coastal strip between the towering Hejar Mountains and the Gulf of Oman. Here, two men are still practicing a traditional art that has sustained countless generations of Arabia's coastal inhabitants. They're using various parts of the date palm, including twine woven from the bark, as well as leaf midribs, to make a shasha, a boat. In an area where protein used to be in very short supply, fishing allowed communities to thrive. But of course, without the date palm, the rich harvest of the sea would have remained tantalizingly out of reach. A mere 6 hours after the boat building started, a gargour, a fish trap constructed from palm fronds, is put on board. Fishing can now begin. High in the trees, the young dates grow ever larger. Yet, on the ground below, work never stops. Offshoots, miniature replicas of the parent tree, need attention. Although they provide a source of new plants, they also drain vital energy away from the parent tree. So they're removed before they get too big. It's all part of a palm makeover, essential to maximize productivity. Summer. A time when most desert animals and plants are stretched to their limit. A time when date palms are in their element. Especially when their roots are bathed by one of the desert's best-kept secrets. Flowing from hundreds of feet beneath the parched surface, water, released by the ancient bedrock, follows ancient man-made passages that crisscross the desert, hidden from the sun's thieving rays. Clear, cool water flows through stone arteries, bringing life to the burning sand. Animals of every description thrive. Fish in the form of tilapia, and insects, until the place is teeming with shimmering movement and color. All is perfect in this palm paradise. Or is it? A scent of death lurks deep in the fabric of the garden. Rhynchophorus ferrugineus, the red palm weevil. Devourer and destroyer of date palms on a gargantuan scale. Hordes of these bloated maggots eat their way through the flesh of the palms. Then they pupate, metamorphose from corpulent maggot to death-delivering adult. This is the form of the weevil that farmers have come to dread. Since the mid-1980s, it's destroyed many millions of date palms throughout the Middle East. The race is on for scientists to find a way of halting the spread of this voracious palm killer. Biological weapons, nematodes, tiny worms that can infect and destroy weevils. Or a fungal time bomb. Douse the weevils in fungus spores and let nature take its course. It's biological control at its best. A fungus eats the weevil from the inside out, but leaves harmless native species unscathed. The results of these tests are extremely promising. Soon, the Paradise Garden will be safe again, including the oldest of all the Arabian treasures, dates.
اصفر. شوف الشمروخ كم توب. شوف هذا اصفر. ها شوف الشمس.
It's now October, the end of the summer, and the palms are straining under the weight of their ripe fruit. Up to 190 kilograms of dates cascade from each palm on tightly packed strands.
داخل طعامه صغيره. طعامه الخصاب ما هو بالعوده صغيره. ايه
Across the United Arab Emirates, in countless farms just like this, 750,000 tons of dates are harvested every year. Of the 100 or so varieties that are grown, some are best eaten fresh, while others are dried in the sun and will keep for 6 months or more. To people and animals alike, dates are highly valued for their goodness. As well as sugar, they also contain a rich blend of protein, fat and vitamins. On a diet like this, birds soon grow plump and make a good meal themselves. A lanner falcon on the lookout for unwary prey. As the animals feast, the rest of the dates are far away. More dates than in a camel's wildest dream. This is Al Mirfa, where many of the dates harvested in the Emirates go when they've been chosen to travel the globe. Since ancient Egyptian times, dates have been prized for their medicinal properties. They've been used to cure ailments ranging from aching limbs to coughs, sneezing, liver and kidney troubles, heartburn and depression. Dates are also said to be a strong antiseptic, capable of killing germs as virulent as cholera. To Bedouin Arabs who eat dates on a regular basis, cancer and heart disease is virtually unknown. The end of a successful date harvest is a time for celebration. Traditionally, it meant that the Bedouin would have plenty of food over the lean winter months to come. Nighttime visitors to the deserted palm grove are also enjoying the end of a good harvest, including a passing striped hyena, one of the most elusive and rarest of all the animals of the Arabian Peninsula. Egyptian fruit bats, too, are feasting on one of the last remaining bunches of dates. For thousands of years, people and animals have depended on the annual gift provided by this bountiful tree. But things are changing. This scientist is working in Abu Dhabi's oasis city of Al Ain. He's cutting into an offshoot to expose the fast-growing tissue at its center. When this tissue is divided into tiny pieces, each can be used to produce tens or even hundreds of identical plants. It is date palm cloning, and this is where the thousands of test tube date plants are grown. Speeded up, it's possible to see how a single piece of tissue grows into a tangle of new plants. Until recently, this would have been considered science fiction. Thousands of young palms that are all genetically identical to a single parent tree. Date palms have moved into the 21st century. In the heart of modern Abu Dhabi, Arabian horses are fed dates from an early age to prepare them for one of the most arduous sporting events in the world. Endurance horse riding, 130 kilometers through the searing heat of the Arabian desert. The palm tree and the horse, both are powerful symbols for the Arab people. Both have helped them conquer the desert. This race is a tribute to an animal that they honor and revere. An animal that, like the date palm, will always be linked to their destiny. The most important concern during the race is the horse's well-being. So, at regular intervals, they're brought in to be cooled with iced water and to be inspected by vets. It's also time to turn once again to dates. With their 80% sugar content, they're the perfect food for the extreme demands of the Arabian desert. Date palms are as central to modern life as they ever were. Even in the heart of the modern city, the revered date palm has its place. 40 million date palms have been planted in the United Arab Emirates, 33 million in Abu Dhabi alone. At 321 meters high, the world's tallest hotel, the Burj Al Arab, a place of awe-inspiring beauty. Where guests are still welcomed as desert travelers with the ultimate gift. Designs inspired by date palms. Buildings decorated and surrounded by date palms. Restaurants serving delicacies created using dates. Dates everywhere, providing sustenance, comfort, and pleasure. For the people of the Arabian desert, this is the tree of life, the bedrock on which their culture was founded. Without it, the whole course of history might have been changed. And without it, there would be no Feast of Dates.